and welcome to Season 2, Episode 7. I'm Danika White.
And I'm Jessica Longname.
And we're here for a fresh drop right after we dropped this lovely Women's Spotlight episode last week.
Yep. So we're going week to week.
Yeah.
Just for now.
Yeah.
This is a special. This is even hard to get out as it is.
Yeah. This was a special. This is our little catch-up one. But if you didn't listen to the WMX Spotlight one, definitely go back an episode. It was a delight. So
yeah, it was sweet.
But some things have happened. We are flying by. The year is half done.
That's crazy to say. We're mid-June.
Yeah.
That's wild.
6 months.
That's
6 months to go, and then we're
wild.
into Supercross.
Oh, man. I love Supercross season. But
Yeah, right? Like, it's practically Christmas.
Supercross, I get more excited for Supercross than Christmas now.
Yes, well, you're on a 6 month countdown, because welcome to, like, technically, first day of summer has happened. We're in it. The days are getting shorter, people.
You have said that to me now 3 times, and I'm going to put a request in that you don't say it again.
It's kind of depressing, right?
It's so depressing.
I like to...
But the day... I like to what?
to tell you it. Not to be depressing, but it's just crazy. It's
crazy. It is. But right now, it's like 11 p.m. and it's still light out.
Oh, yeah. It's
so
great.
Cool. Yeah. Your days are so long here.
Yeah.
It's sweet. It's
Why are they not long in the East
I
Coast?
don't know. Like I don't remember.
Aren't we on the same, like, what is it, longitude line?
You would think, but I just don't remember as a kid it being bright at 11:30. I'm gonna look into that because that might just be dumb. But it was probably I was like grounded before 11.
Like, get me out of here.
Get to bed. You got dark curtains.
Yeah. Jess was actually just locked in an animal cage. That would make sense.
It was a tough childhood, you know?
Yeah, crazy. It's wild on that East Coast.
Yeah, there were no rules.
No. But you were on the East Coast there for a bit.
I was?
Yeah, we haven't got to dive into this. It probably feels like a million years ago, but you went to a GDR Media Day.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Dude, what's up with that?
Yeah, it was pretty sick. That wasn't as East Coast as it gets, though. I call Ontario like Central Canada.
Oh, that's midi Canada.
Mid.
Oh, mid.
It's mid.
So you're in the mid of Canada.
Mid of Canada.
In Ontario?
In Ontario. The Gopher Dunes. The Dunes.
Yeah. Can you explain how did that come on? What is this? What was going on?
Yeah, every year Gopher has a media day where they invite all the Canadian media out and like maybe some of their sponsors and stuff and just kind of show off a little.
And they've been doing this for a few seasons, like really cool initiative that they do on their part.
Yeah, they're one of the only teams to kind of do it, and they do it big. Derek, the owner of the team and the track, and his dad Frank are like very innovative. They're always up to something new. They're always like busy with some idea they're working on, which is so fun for the sport.
Yeah, just trying to push the limits.
Yeah, so they invited me out, and I was very excited. So I went out and got to check out Ryder McNabb, Noah Viney, and Dylan Wright on their 2025 Hondas, and watch them ride a little bit, throw some whips. They did like a press conference, chatted.
That's cool, because they can then like kind of control, like they want to get like a message out, and they can kind of control like what's going to get released that day, right? Like that's a great idea.
Yeah, and then they loop it in with their own like their poster shoots and their like video stuff and everything. So it's like a full media week, and they get it all done right then and there. All the gear's clean, all the bikes are built, everything's ready to go. So like camera people are in town.
Yeah.
It's just like thinking of it from a logistical point of view from their side. It's probably genius, really. Like, it makes their life a lot easier. It's like those 4 days are probably so busy for them, but like the content that comes out of that is just endless.
That's sweet.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's really fun.
Going into it, or like, I guess you went there at SpecMoto.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big media mogul.
Yeah. One of
which is crazy. Like a year in, like obviously doing stuff right. So like stoked to see you go out there and like feature it. So that was really sweet to get that invite out there to get this happening. And then you were covering it, and you got to put some media up on your end.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was like I think that everyone in the industry has been very gracious with including me and stuff, which I was like kind of worried going in, where I was just going to kind of get a little bitter that I was like, oh, I'm not included. But it's been the polar opposite, which has been actually awesome. So yeah, it was really cool to kind of, it also kind of solidified it as like I was from the other side of the country and I came in for that. So everybody kind of took notice, I think, that I'm serious. Like I'm doing this and
yeah, you're here for it. And what a great way to like kick off the season, because it kind of got cool. Like some like wheels moving. People like were getting interested, and like Spice dropped. You had like you posted the bikes, the fresh kits. They're all in their like new Fox like fresh photo like photo shoot kits.
Yeah, and like fresh bikes, like like they had some specialty bikes that they haven't even ridden yet, that like they had like white like bikes. They didn't have their military bikes on display, which was really cool because they just displayed them in Cold Lake, but they have bikes that they're riding at Sandali. They haven't rode
so
yet.
Stay tuned for even a different look.
Yeah, I think everybody's posted it. It's like a chrome red and white. Have you seen? Yeah.
No, I don't know.
I think I posted
seen it.
some photos of it. It was pretty sweet. And then luckily while I was there, so that was like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay.
And then the following weekend was actually an AMO Sandali race.
Oh, yeah.
Originally, I thought Sandali and Gopher were like an hour apart. It was like 4 or 5 hours.
A bit of a distance.
It was a bit of a distance, but it was so worth it.
Same province.
Yeah.
A bit of a hike.
Ontario is like so big, and I always forget.
Yeah, it's big.
But yeah, like I stayed the whole weekend and flew back on like Monday or Tuesday or something so I could go to the AMO race, which I knew like Jess Pettis and Preston Kilroy.
And did all the GDR boys race it too?
None of them.
Oh.
They had a great excuse.
So you got to get your media, and then you got some totally different stuff then.
What was really cool is I got to see all 3 Honda boys ride on their GDR media day, and then I went to Sandali and I saw all 3 Yamaha boys ride.
Yeah.
And it was like I felt like going into round 1, it was like such an upper hand that I literally saw them both ride back to back, both sand tracks.
Yeah, you kind of got an idea of what to like kind of expect at the front or who's going to be where, right?
Yeah, I felt like I was cheating on my bets.
Yeah.
I wasn't betting too hard, but you know what I mean.
But you had the bets set.
I had a couple bets that I got some wins out of those because I saw both of them back to back, similar tracks, and it was kind of like, I think this guy's got a little bit for this guy.
Yeah, that's sweet.
That's
especially to have that all before round 1.
Yeah, it was like perfect timing. Like it was so great. It was just great. Like it was really cool to make that work.
What came from the GDR media day? Like any like fun like tidbits, any like little fun facts? Like was there anything that like what did Derek's dad like tour you around the place, or was there any like fun stories or like anything that you're like, oh shit, I didn't really know that?
Oh, so much.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I got to chat with Frank, which I've said hi and kind of passing.
Is there like a tour?
There is. I'm supposed to post it probably tomorrow.
Oh, perfect.
But like
so
technically
when this
it's
comes
already
out,
up. Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
So you can go check out the tour.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like that facility is just unbelievable.
So anyone that hasn't been there, what area is it by? Gopher Dunes.
It's like it's like 2 hours from Toronto.
Okay.
An hour and a half from Toronto.
Yeah, and they've got like the full facility when you get to the dunes. Like they've got off-road trails, they've got pro track, mini track. I think rentals, like you can go and rent bikes, and then pro shop as well too. Like you can go in there and get gear and parts, right?
You know what else they have that's really cool that I like would recommend all tracks have? They have storage units set up.
Oh yes, yeah. Like little garage, little storage doors that you can just leave your stuff in, and yeah.
And then you can watch the tour video because Derek explains all this. Neat. He like you can set it up where it's like, okay, they have keys to all these doors, right? It's like, hey, every 3 weeks, just go in my door and the bike needs an oil change. And they'll just bring it out to the shop, change the oil. So he's like so people that live in Toronto and stuff that have like condos and everything, they have nowhere to go or work on their bikes.
So they can set up like service intervals for their bikes that are in there.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that so cool?
That's fun.
And he was like, it's been so successful. Like the day before this all happened, they got a new like storage locker thing dropped off.
So they can just fill it up.
Yeah, they're like running out of
what
space.
A great, especially for like somebody that lives in Toronto with like a city apartment.
Yeah.
You don't even need a truck. Idea.
Like Calgary would be a perfect place for that.
Yeah, I know, but we can't have permanent structures on the land that we are.
But they're not permanent though. They're just so sea cans.
They say no.
Well, we're moving.
They say we'll evict you and put a passport in there.
We're moving.
Oh wait, that's happening. Yeah, hopefully in the next time. But you're saying on the tour there was like a fun story. Was it the dad or was that it with the storage locker? I was just seeing like what was like a fun tidbit that came out of it.
Oh, so many fun tidbits. Let's see. Well, the dad lived there his whole life. Are you aware of that?
Oh, so like born and raised on that property.
Yeah, like the house that I think Derek lives in now. It's in the video, to be clear. It's been a while now. But I think the house Derek lives in, Derek's dad grew up in.
Cool.
Like was born there.
So
Not there,
it's like it's generation.
Yeah, it's very cool. Like there's so much cool stuff. Like it's.
And what about the riders? What was like was it interesting meeting them more on like a personal level? Like, cause they're like off the bike hanging out. Like there's probably like a lot of like wait time, right?
Yeah, this is kind of like a crap thing to say as like this is, I always hated when people said this stuff when I was like, it was weird. I don't know. I just always hate when people say this.
Yeah.
Like I can't say it on camera, but like the stuff they told me off camera was just like so cool. It was like, oh, what?
Yeah, so you're finding out
it's
all
off
these
the
little,
record, but it's like, oh, that's
but you're
cool.
like stoked to be in the inn and like finding out all this cool information. Like obviously at some point during like as things ever go on, like maybe that news might be like more public.
Go away, literally.
Exactly, yeah.
You could probably share these things, but like just seeing their dynamic with the whole team is like really cool. It is a very professional team. It's like it's Canadian moto, so it's a little loosey-goosey, but I would assume even U.S. teams are like that, like a little frantic in these situations. And I was lucky enough to like be able to hang out during the setup and everything. Like I was there for a long time because I flew in, right? And just seeing like the dynamic between like Dylan, the vet rider, and Ryder, the young fast buck coming back to Canada was just so funny because there's such big age difference that it's like, oh, this man's married and is like has a adult life and is making the big bucks and blah blah blah. And Ryder's like, I have a girlfriend and I'm fast on a 250. You know, like
yeah,
he's
it's crazy.
Just, like,
and
so
like
funny.
And obviously like Dylan was in that spot with Vossiati, right? So
Exactly.
he can kind of like be now this role model, which he probably didn't think he really was going to be that, right?
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's sweet.
Yeah, it was a fun trip.
And then so they did the media day, which was like press and everything could like ask questions. And then were you there to like spectate the photo shoot as well too?
Yep. They did 2 or 3 photo shoots while I was there because it was like it was kind of rainy. So Lissmore was like working with the weather, working with the riders. So it was pretty sweet. They did like a little riding session that all the media could watch and kind of do their own photo shoot. And then
did anyone else ride the bikes? Like, is that an option that media can ride bikes? Like, are we bringing gear next time, or was that not on the table?
No, nobody else rode the bikes.
Okay, so maybe 2026.
Yeah, I'm not getting on one of those bikes.
Let's go.
That's not a good idea.
Bike, let's go rip this thing. Oh my god, that'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
But no, that was like a really cool way for you to start off the season.
Yeah, but I'm not the only one traveling.
We were gone both at the same time.
Yeah, we like disappeared from each other's lives for a period of time because we both like I was gone for a week and then right when I get back you were gone for a week. Yep. Where did you go?
I jet setted down to California. Now working with Troy Lee Designs as their Alberta moto and mountain bike rep. Got to go to HQ.
Oh, the best.
Got to meet Troy Lee himself.
Oh, and it sounded like a good trip too. Oh. What was some tidbits you got from that you could share?
Dang, I guess just like obviously like Troy Lee like being back and owning his company is huge. Like he just came back as the like it's privately owned. Troy Lee's he's the guy. He's back. He's one of the last originals, right? So just like seeing that like core culture, it's like California's just like that's where like the mecca of moto, you know?
Yeah,
like you can feel it. Like the culture's there. The people who originated are there. Like Troy Lee like started painting helmet visors like way back in the day, right? So like Troy Lee Designs was started in like 1981. So just to like have that culture and know that he's like in that building and it's a small group and like I'm hyped to be part of like a small little family.
How many people work for Troy Lee? You told me, but now I forget.
Dude, like I bet there's only like it's got to be under 40. Like for sure I'd say there's like 30 people in house there.
That's
like
wild.
Yeah.
That's so cool. It's such like a iconic big brand.
Yeah.
Just to be like so core.
Oh, and like so wild. Like obviously, you know, the paint shop, like at their HQ, there's a paint shop there. And just like finding out that like that's the core of the business. Like that's like the heart of it. And it's still, that's the heart of it. Like they're painting helmets. They were doing like some, I think it was IndyCar helmets that they were doing. And like they're pumping them out. And like you kind of just get like same thing. You get those like tidbits of like what's going on. And like, you find out that these helmets that are going through the paint shop, that's like the designers are getting like inspiration from them. So then that's like what could come out in like the gear lines next season and stuff.
Yeah.
And then everything there with the paint shop, like all their colors start from paint. So like the jersey colors that you see is like them literally mixing that paint color and they've created that color tone and then they spray until they find that tone that they like. And then they send that paint swatch to the factory to make a gear in that color.
Whoa. And there must be so much back and forth, like changing from paint to fabric.
For sure,
must be so tough.
and they want it to match because
it's
it's
gonna
like
be perfect.
It's like
that's their whole shtick.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, that's really cool.
So it's like when you see like a high-vis yellow jersey hanging there and you're like, holy, that jersey's so bright. It's like because they created that color.
Yeah, they like put, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I think I saw a video once, or maybe you sent it to me or something, where it was like Troy Lee and he was like in a video with that PPG paint company.
Yeah.
And they were like talking about their relationship together. And then the PPG guy was literally like, some of our Pantones are literally from this guy mixing them together. And then we like the color so much, we put it on our market.
That's
so it's like,
sweet.
This is
and
a paint company. Yeah. Like that's really cool.
Oh yeah. No. So yeah, to see like the heart and soul of the business still being with paint. And it was rad because it was like TLD, like distributors and employees from like global. So then you got to like connect with like Australians and New Zealand and Mexico and Italy. So it's just like, and again, it's like sports. I'm going to say moto in a sense is the universal language. Like, man, we're all just hanging out after and just shooting the shit and like talking about like places we ride and like where they ride. And you're just like, man, like it's just the same everywhere. Like, it's just so cool.
It's so relatable. Like all like people in moto, you can go anywhere and it's like you ride dirt bikes. All right, we're friends.
For sure. Yeah. Everything's like all work business and you're like going through everything. And then at the end of the day, it's like, then we all got to go ride mountain bikes at Skyline Bike Park.
What was that like?
Dude, Marvin Muskin's there. Muscan. I can't even say his last name. Muscan. It was just like, I was mind blown. I'm like, oh my God, he's on like one of the Husqvarna e-bikes that I'm on. And just a delight. Such a nice human.
Yeah.
And
newly Troy Lee,
which I was so excited about that. And his little daughter is there just ripping around. So it's just cool to see like athletes coming in with everyone and having fun.
Yeah.
And
was Mathilde there?
Yep, she was hanging out too.
She's cool.
Oh yeah, so nice. Yeah, they're gonna be in what? Deschambault,
I believe.
Yeah.
Deschambault or Walton, I think it's the debate.
For sure.
Yeah,
so yeah, they're saying that they're coming up to Canada and like it's just so cool to like be part of that group and like seeing everything happening.
Yeah, that is really cool. That's such a cool brand. It's even just to go biking. Like, what did you guys like? Where? Like, it looked like a really cool spot.
It was near like Big Bear, so you kind of like go up like quite a bit in elevation out of town. It was like probably an hour away from Corona. So you're kind of like going up like a winding road to Big Bear, and then it's called Skyline. It's like called Santa's Village. Like in the winter, Santa is there.
Oh, like all the time?
Well, it's like a winter, like it's like like for fun. So they're calling it Santa's Village. So it literally felt like you were on like a weird like dream. Like I'm mountain biking and there's like candy canes and like it was like the weirdest thing. It was so much fun though. And then you just get to like meet your team a little bit more. So like the people I work with in Canada, we got to just like ride e-bikes all day.
Oh, fun. So it was like kind of like a team bonding thing.
Yeah, it was fun shit, right?
I saw a video, I think on Jenna's Instagram, maybe where it was like almost like a chair lift with a bicycle. Did you go on that?
No, it looks so sketchy and it's so funny because people thought they were getting hit from behind, but it's just because it's so janky getting like pedaling. So she literally thought somebody was behind her on the next bike hitting her because you can kind of like catch up.
Oh, so you pedal to make it go?
Oh yeah, it's like you're hanging off a bar.
Oh, and you're pedaling and it's like changing the pull. Oh, I thought it was just like a
merry-go-round.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy.
Oh wow. And you said no.
I was like, no.
No. I'm in America. No healthcare.
We're going back to the e-bike.
That's funny.
But it's cool. Like there's like all these trails and it was like crazy, like wood. Like you felt like you were in like Donkey Kong and stuff. It was so cool.
That's fun.
Yeah. So no, I was super stoked to go down and meet the team. There's like people I know from like before with like the KTM Husqvarna group. So it's like
cool.
It's small world. It's like it's
the
moto,
industry,
you know?
That's really cool. That's super sweet. So like that all went well.
Yeah. I was like first time like hearing Troy talk, I was just like, oh yeah. Still a huge fan.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Huge fan. Nice
That's
to meet you. Yeah.
That's so sick. Is there any like sneaky insight that you're allowed to share?
Well, I'm just excited to see the Ducati team come together.
Ooh,
like the rig was there. They're like building out the shop in the back, like that space into like the Ducati TLD race team. And he's just talking about like the more that like all the sponsorship comes in, the more money that he's putting towards that. So it's like, it's really cool to see that come together. And I'm just like waiting to hear who's going to be riding.
Yeah. Like that's the thing is like, all right, let's play the speculation game. Who do you think? Do you have any inside info that will sway?
Don't.
Okay. So we can play this game.
All I heard was like what everyone's hearing is like Eli's testing bikes, but I don't think that went through.
Yeah, that's like a
Eli Tomac.
it just feels
I think
like
he's going to a different color.
yeah, I think the rumor is orange. That's what everybody's
Bright
joking
orange.
about. Bright
Which
orange.
I think that would be cool.
I think it's gonna be crazy. I think it's such a big change and it's so wild.
I just love it that it's like he's gonna retire. Obviously, like he's not gonna be in it for a million more years. Like it's gonna be
he
like
might.
it's true, but it's probably gonna be like one more year, don't you think?
I don't know. Like that's I
It
would,
was supposed to
2
be
years ago. I would have said he was done.
Yeah,
But like I think that he's 0% declining. If anything, he's getting better.
for sure.
Which is
He gets on a
crazy.
new color. Does he crush it? If he
Yeah.
crushes it, I bet he's like peace.
Because they were saying like when he switched from Cowie to Yamaha, it was
Yeah.
kind of like he's gonna ride for like a year and then
Yeah.
he's gonna retire.
And he blew his Achilles.
And then he's just been here forever. So it's like
Yeah.
he could jump
Well, I
on a
think he
KTM and just another 5
Yeah.
years.
It would be cool, but I don't know. I don't know who's going to be 450.
It makes the most sense from riding style and Troy Lee gear to be Justin Barsha, but like
Yeah.
a lot of people are axing that. But it makes a
he-
lot of sense.
I'm assuming he'll like obviously still be in TLD. Like, is gas off the table for Barsha?
Nobody knows what's going on with Husky,
Yeah, I
gas
guess so.
KTM. It's all
Yeah.
but like they're adding riders, so it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know, but it's gonna be cool.
This is the craziest silly season for Supercross ever because it's like
yeah.
Joe. They're talking about like he's not on Honda again.
Oh.
Like oh my god,
See, I
it's
wish
endless.
Ducati had a 250 because I'd be like Joe Shimoda. I'm like that would be so cool.
You would say that.
I love that.
Anything
That would be
with
my
Joe.
speculation. Joe.
That would be really cool. Joe
Yeah.
and Troy Lee.
Oh, it just yeah.
Joe looks cool in Fox, but like
Oh my god,
Troy
100%.
Lee is so Joe.
Yeah. So yeah, I have no idea. Who do you think? 450.
I
guess
feel
you
like
said
the
Barsha.
easy answer would be Barsha, but
Yeah.
like I don't think Troy Lee Designs Ducati is going to do anything easy. So I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised if Eli appeared on it. But I don't know if that's the right decision for Eli.
Yeah.
Like I think he's like I don't know.
Yeah, there's lots of
There's
moving
so
parts.
many.
We gotta wait for 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, like there's so many.
I'm excited. But yeah, and they're doing like fun like collabs because obviously they were with, like Sony and like brands
Yeah.
that like make movies. So I'm interested
Yeah.
to see like what's gonna happen if there's gonna be like fun, cool like I love how like Troy Lee gets out of industry sponsors.
Yeah, very much so. Like the Ghostbusters thing they did a couple years
Yeah.
ago was so cool.
Super cool.
That's what the sport needs. The sport needs more of.
Yeah.
Is stuff like that.
So yeah, it was super rad to go down there, meet everyone.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, I can't wait for
We've
more.
been busy since then, though. We've been up to a lot.
Yeah, busy bees.
We've literally had a whole West Coast WMX series.
a whole gigantic series.
A whole 3 rounds
Ding,
in
ding,
2
ding.
locations.
Well, so right after that, yeah, we were kind of traveling, and then pretty much slam right after that was the West Coast round 1 for
Yep.
WMX Canada in Calgary.
Yep.
And what did we do before it? Or was it during? No, it was before it. What happened before round
God.
1?
She's really testing me. What happened
2
before?
days before.
2 days before?
Yeah. There was a severe injury.
Oh, this might have been the worst decision. I didn't even like think it through, like that this could be a bad idea. But
it's only fun.
during,
What a great tradition. We're going to have to do that more often.
Yeah.
Every round 1 we're going to do it. We got a group
I don't know if
of
my body can handle that.
you were just ripping too much.
Went to space. My
Yeah.
brain went to space.
Well, so the WMX round was in Calgary, and we had girls from all over show up, and a couple of us had e-bikes, and we just randomly just like one evening just sent out like a couple texts because we were like, oh my god, let's go for a pedal.
We were literally like, do you want to meet in an hour and go for an e-bike?
I think it was like there was like a bunch of dudes going to the hard Moose Mountain, and we're like, we just want something chill before. Yeah. So it was Jessica Longname, Danika White, Michelle McCarthy, Harley Lawson, H Law, Hannah Cole, and Seth.
The girls.
Seth Hughes. The girls. So yeah. And we all went out on some e-bikes. We were all on e-bikes, EMTBs.
Yep.
Oh my god, and Kasha Kostelski.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, that was terrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say we had a little big group with us.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
It was awesome until it wasn't.
Yeah, we went fish creeking. It was just so cool just to get like, because I've never met Hannah Cole before. So it was like so much fun to have like competitors that you're going to race on the weekend and you're just all going to go out and have some fun. Like It's so sick.
Yeah. It's kind of cool too because I feel like Harley never met Hannah either, and they're similar age, similar like vibes. So I feel like we might have created a little friendship there.
Yeah, let's hope so.
I saw like Instagram comments on each other's things. I was like,
yeah, look at that. What a fun way just to like shake the nerves out before. So yeah, I captained it. We went single track riding in Fish Creek in Calgary.
Mm-hmm.
And there was some unfortunate injuries.
There was more than some unfortunate injuries. There was some unfortunate incidents,
injuries to
multiple
physical body and maybe
soul. My soul has still not recovered.
I think during this ride, oh God.
What?
I think during this ride, Harley literally said, "This is going to be on the pod, Jessica."
She did call that. And it was too good not to be on the pod.
Do you
Harley?
remember what else Harley mentioned on the mountain bike ride?
No.
Jessica, you ride really good. You ride.
I can't believe you're bringing this up again. Go finish that out.
Jessica, you ride mountain bikes pretty good. You even ride better than my mom.
Better than my mom.
Yeah. Jessica was offended.
No disrespect to Candace.
Candace shreds.
Shredder. But she also needs to realize
What a statement.
she's a mom. I'm not a mom. I'm not a mom.
Jessica.
How dare we compare Harley? Like we invited you out. You're going to sit here and be like, you're better than my mom. Why are you comparing me to your mom?
So
like, who do you think I am?
Jess and I have gotten into, not arguments, but I was just like, dude, mom's a compliment. How dare you take that as disrespect? So yeah, now we say just like a dad instead of it being a disrespect.
I don't want to be anyone's parent. I'm young. I'm blooming. I'm full of energy.
Thriving.
I'm not.
Happy, healthy, thriving.
Surviving.
So yeah, anyways, on this ride, we were ripping. We were shredding just absolutely through these trees.
I wouldn't go that far.
These trees are moving so fast. I'm kidding. It was just a chill ride.
We were trying to make it through.
But Jessica might have flipped over bars, got a full pedal with like the sharp carbide tips to the rear.
Ass.
Yeah.
My ass, not the rear. My butt.
Ripped her pants open.
Not just my pants.
Oh, wait, this was the second injury.
Yeah,
no,
the first one.
This was
yeah,
the last
I was
injury.
like, you're skipping the first one.
Okay, so we broke a toe.
And the first thing.
We broke a toe first.
Dude, just pedal.
Pedal to a stump.
Suddenly there's like this U-shaped stump in the ground and my foot went under it. And because I wear like a big brace that's like 90 degrees locked.
Yeah.
And like, so my foot doesn't bend at all. It like crushed the log and my foot and the brace together and broke my pinky toe. I'm sure of it.
It was purple and almost falling off. That toe was disgraced.
It was not
So you
happy.
held that in. You like pretty much, you're like,
Didn't even stop.
I hit my toe.
Yeah. I was like, I hit my toe. Just kept going. Didn't even stop.
No, we kept going.
Kept going.
So then we like pedal. We're a bit tired.
Exhausted. You say a bit tired. I say I was exhausted. We got to the jumps.
Just needed to lay down.
I needed to lay down. I hopped off my bike and I laid in the tall grass while everybody else sat on the bike.
Well, the only one that decided to lay down. So we're all hanging out,
waiting for Jessica to catch her breath.
I don't think we had to give you a snack at this point. I think it was just water.
No, I downed all my water. I think
Needed
at that
a water
point.
bottle.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
Ready to go. We get like 15 more minutes down the trail.
At least.
Jessica loses her phone.
I go. I touch my side of my pocket and I feel my pocket zip and I'm like,
oh no.
Huh.
No,
I think that was the
no.
pocket my phone was in. But it's fully zipped up. So I was like, oh, maybe it like fell down my pant leg or something.
Starfishing on the side of the trail. So we turn that bus around.
All of us.
All of
Everybody,
us.
back we go.
Because we can't lose this phone. We're 2 days away from round one. Your life is in that phone.
It kind of was, yeah.
So what we do, we pedal back.
Yeah. I knew exactly where it was. I laid down where I laid down. I looked at my phone and then I think I went to put it back in my pocket, but I clearly missed my pocket and then zipped my pocket back.
So we get there. We pedal all the way back. We're on this tour. Everyone's looking at the ground. We're trying to look. We got this whole thing. We're scouring. We get there. It's laying there. Voila!
Right where I was laying.
Yeah, she was right. It was there. So we get it.
Yep.
At this point, we have a very hurt toe. We have our soul is crushed.
Yeah.
We're like, I was that person that lost my phone.
I made all of us
I
turn
could tell
around.
you were offended.
Yeah, I was offended.
You were
for
offended
sure.
for
By a
everyone.
landslide. Yeah.
Which nobody was. We were all chilling. So
Harley seemed mad.
oh yeah, Harley was pissed. She said, not even my mom loses her phone.
Yeah, she said my mom can keep track of her phone.
She says even my grandma can keep track of my phone.
Yeah.
So then we're like, how much longer do we go? And everyone agreed, like, we're here to ride. Like, let's go for a rip.
Yep.
We do the long ride. I want to bring them to this other ridge. We go to this ridge.
Yep.
We're almost to the end. It was kind of technical. Like, it was a good, fun technical ridge.
No, it wasn't at all. You're being
It
dramatic.
was. Well, everyone was almost falling around.
Nobody.
Little leg problems. I hit a tree. I T-boned a tree. My bars were literally crooked.
bent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
We were
risky.
all over. Like, there was stuff happening.
There was stuff happening for sure.
But right before the last stop,
Yeah.
lo and behold, what even happened? You were sitting there. You weren't
Dude,
even moving.
It was like I came over this little like hill and it was like the edge. And then for some reason I just kind of like got really close to the edge. So I kind of like stopped and was just kind of like balancing like, oh, this is sketchy. Like we're really close to the edge. And then like lost my balance. Just it was like balance who?
And Kasha's right behind you.
Right
Kasha's
behind me.
just
Literally,
like,
she like had to
full
stop
view.
behind me because I was stopped. And so the bicycle, like, from what I recall, the bicycle like went to fall down the cliff. It was a cliff, like it was straight
a good
down.
steep. Yep.
Yeah. And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna
we'll
jump off."
consider it a cliff.
It was a cliff.
Yep.
We're gonna have to go back to take a picture because I was down. It was hard. It took both of us to get the bike back up. So the bike went to fall like towards the cliff, and I was like, "Well, I'm just gonna fucking jump off the bike and go the other direction."
Yeah.
So I went to jump off the bike, and some way somehow I was off. But then
The bike hooked you.
Bike hooked me,
Chased you down.
and took me over the bike, ass across the pedal, down the cliff. It was insane. Like
and you were
all-
just like a lawn chair folded down this cliff.
folded, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah,
blah, all the way down.
stuck.
Absolutely.
Cash had to come help you.
Yeah, I was stuck partially because I couldn't stop laughing, and the other part was like I was down a cliff.
You were down,
It
yeah.
took both of us to push the bicycle up and get it up. Like she had the front and I had the back, and we were trying to get it up this
Absolutely
cliff. But
gimble.
also both laughing, and then I felt a little breeze,
A little breezy breeze.
a little breeze at my ass, and I was like, "There's no
You're like,
fucking
there's
way."
no way.
I touched my butt, and it went through my pants
And
my underwear.
right through the ditch.
Right through. Ripped. Like, my butt is just recovering now, and this was weeks ago. Like, it
Like
was.
you should have went to the
I
hospital.
probably should have, like, thinking back, like, it was deep, but, like, it
wasn't healing.
it's not healing because it's right on my cheek where, like, anytime you take a step, it's kind of, like, stretching a little bit. So every time I did anything, it would rip open,
Yeah.
and then it was getting stuck to my underwear.
It was
and then
bad.
ripping your underwear off a scab every day just sucked. So it was like I had to deal with that all day at the first race.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
This is 2 days out of round one. You're like, how am I going to survive this?
broken toe,
Yeah.
ripped
Oh.
ass.
So then we wrap this ride up. Jess is like, we got to get out of here. Like, we
I
got to
was
go.
done. My pants were ripped
Yeah,
open.
there's a arse sticking
my
through.
butt. Everybody can see my butt.
Yeah.
Like it was. We were leaving. I'm
we
out
got
of
out
here.
there.
We're taking the paved
Yeah.
path all the way home.
Oh, Michelle wasn't there. What am I saying? It was Kasha that saw it. I said Michelle was there, but Michelle was on the other ride. No,
Oh, yeah.
Michelle.
Oh, yeah.
I was trying
Michelle
to
wasn't
think
there.
who has seen Jessica's ass.
Cash.
Yeah.
Cash has seen my ass.
So we get you home, but this is round one starting, and you got a busy round one.
Busy. Yeah.
Busy.
Yeah.
I don't even know where we go from here. Press
Well,
day?
Yep. We went to press day.
Press day, we had some fun. We were invited to the Triple Crown WMX press day. It was myself, Kaylee Care, Destiny Slingerland. I laugh because we don't know what last name was said. There was like Schlingerlage.
Yeah.
Are you ready for what we say? Destiny Schlingerlage. Destiny Schlingerlage. So Destiny Slingerland, Kaylee Care, Katie Ferguson.
Yep.
There's like
four, right?
four of us.
Yep.
I feel like I just listed like 12
No,
names.
it was just four
That
of
was
you.
four.
7
Great.
250 riders for WMX. I'll just point that out, but no, nothing personal.
Yeah, we needed a couple more, and we're feeling spicy. So
Yeah.
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 So we kicked off that WMX West Press. We want to see some more women's media, so that's kind of why we came out with that last pod. But we did that, and then we went right into round one. So we're Calgary, round one. Jess is severely injured. I think the only off-season injury that came into round one in the WMX class. Was you?
No, Kaylee popped out her hip.
No, it's not as severe as what you dealt with 2 days before.
She has no idea what I was dealing with.
She doesn't understand the pain.
Kaylee, come on.
But how did your round 1 go?
Well, other than my underwear sticking to my ass the whole weekend, it was pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, it was great, actually. I freaking love being at the races.
Dude, weird weather, though. Saturday, what happened?
Oh, yeah, the windstorm. That
Dude,
was
just
wild.
ripped awnings off of these
the whole series.
Yeah.
2 awnings off semis.
I'm apologizing to everyone that came to Alberta because that's not normal. We don't get these swirling million-hour winds randomly, other than Lethbridge.
Not that windy, but it's always a little bit windy here.
It shouldn't be.
Like annoyingly windy.
Again,
like
the sun doesn't come out on the East Coast. The wind didn't come out on the West Coast when I was a kid.
I think there's probably stuff going on that I don't understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not good. It was like the videos. Did you see the videos and stuff? They were wild. Of like guys were standing on the roofs of the semis.
Yeah, so Saturday night at Wild Rose, all of a sudden there was like a giant gray cloud that was coming in, right? Like, didn't they say they saw it coming, but it thought there was going to miss?
They thought like for sure too. There was like the calm before the storm, like it was real quiet. But even before that Friday, I got a text saying like
a couple of the tents
are gonna blow away. So like I texted people and was like, hey, go back to the track. These tents are gonna blow away.
So what was the worst one that we lost?
I think at Calgary was probably the AVL team.
Yeah, that was the Husqvarna one, right?
Yeah.
Because wasn't that the one that like Seth uses all like holding down and Harley, and they had like a video and they had to like they literally had to razor blade that tarp off the semi.
Yeah, so that's Calgary. That's the worst one at Calgary. But the unfortunate one is Priority the next weekend. I think their bars and stuff actually got wrecked. Like not just the awning part.
Another full team rig.
Yeah. And that's the bummer is these are the 2 least OEM backed teams.
Yeah,
they're
so
kind of
this
just
is
like
a huge
they're both
hit
just
out of their budget.
Guys that own a construction company and an HVAC company that started teams, and this is both of their first year with the semi, the full awning and everything. And it's just such a bummer for the whole series for that to happen.
At least the weather kind of cooperated for the most part on Sunday for the races.
Yeah. Yeah. The weather couldn't have been better, really. Like, I think there was like a little overcast. There was a cloud coming in. I posted it on social. I was like, oh, it's coming. And then just suddenly blue sky.
Yeah. It was like crazy, like a little bit windy for like 20 minutes and then it was gone.
Yeah. It was perfect weather. Like, nice overcast. So the sun didn't beat on the track all day. Like, it was ideal
and
for sure.
Racing went good, both like all classes.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of complaints for the track.
Yeah, like track was whatever it was for everyone, but at least like there wasn't like that much dust at the end of the day. It was just kind of like water and some hardback and stuff.
I said to everyone that's like not from here, I said, I promise you that is way better than what I expected. Yeah, so everybody can talk as much shit as they want. For what I was expecting, from what I've seen earlier this season, yeah, it was okay.
And that was like a long day of racing too. Like we were
and
there
the day
till
before too.
Yeah. Lots of stuff happening.
Yeah, it was a busy weekend.
Should we talk about the WMX round 1?
Yeah, let's get into it. It was freaking exciting. Like we knew going in the person that won and never won a race before.
Yeah. So it was gonna be this series there's whoever's lining up has never won a race or been a champion before. Yep. So a new champion is going to be crowned for WMX West.
Yeah, no matter what. There was nobody in there that's won one before.
That is a huge talking point before a series.
That's really cool. That's like such a... Like, they must have been so, like, filled with adrenaline. Like, they all felt like... Like, even we talked with Ev in the last episode, and she kind of said, like, it was kind of a bummer to hear everyone be, like, kind of happy she wasn't there. But also, like, she, like, respected it. She was like, I get it.
And that's, like, a respect to her, because they know if she's showing up, like, there's probably a good chance that she's going to win.
Yeah,
like, right?
For sure.
So
exactly.
Like, it's time to change it up a bit.
Honestly, I'm going to say this, and I don't know if Ev's listening, but, like, I think she would have got a run for her money, because I think the whole class has stepped up so much over the winter.
That's what we were saying. Like this, like, okay, the numbers weren't the best. Yeah. Which there is no one, like, you can't blame the ladies for that one. You got to have something to chase and media there to hype it up. Like, there's a lot of misses in order to get more ladies on the gate, and I ain't blaming the ladies for not showing up.
That's a whole podcast.
That's
on
a whole
itself.
other podcast. But the ladies that did show up, holy shit. We've got the fastest top in a long time.
It's
fast and tight.
Tight. Oh, that's not. That's
that
what she
group
said.
is very tight. Like,
That's. I think the biggest thing that we've never had before is that the top 6 girls are very similar in speed and skill.
And style.
Speed, style, and skill. And whether it's the fastest we've ever had, probably just because of the times.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's not like somebody's checking out, although Kitty did win 5 for 5, so it does seem like she checked out, but she didn't lead from whole shot to end everyone. She had to work her way up. She had to, like, it wasn't easy. Like, it wasn't like,
which will be nice when we get to see like a bit of a longer series with like different tracks, different soils, different start. Like, not everything's gonna be concrete. Like, like totally
just like a little bit of adversity in it, which like a longer series creates that for sure.
100%.
So it'll be a really exciting series going.
But
east.
these girls, ladies, women, whatever you want to say, this is elite, and they are hauling. Like, it was great to see.
First lap at Cold Lake, top 6 hucked this step up that I'm a jumper. Like, I love jumping.
No sight lap.
No sight lap.
No.
I just stood there, like, literally jaw dropped and kind of teared up, and I was like,
dude, so
holy
cool.
shit. Top, I think 7 or 8. I think top 8 girls were doing that 130-foot triple on the second lap of practice.
Crazy.
That is, and this is the shitty thing. Nobody's fucking talking about it.
Yeah.
It's like, this is wildly impressive. How are these teams not seeing that? Regardless, like we support a lot of super mini riders. We support a lot of premix riders.
Yeah.
Like, they're not as fast as Dylan Wright, but guess what? They're putting on a show, and they're doing their job.
Dude, these girls are just into it. Like, this is going to be crazy.
They're all like 16.
This is going to be crazy in a few years.
Crazy.
Like, even with me, like, obviously, like, I was pretty consistently around, like, the 10th. Dude, like, first lap of practice, even at Cold Lake, like, Callie Osted right in front of me, double. Didn't even roll them first lap.
Wild.
Mind blowing.
Well, I think that's an age thing.
But right? But I've been racing it since I had girls, like since I was that age.
The level has upped.
The level is there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything's got to step with it
It's
now.
unfortunate that I don't think a lot of guys are seeing this and seeing how big of a deal this is. I think we've obviously been like very in tune with what's going on with WMX, but like, I don't think it's getting enough credit of like how good these girls are riding.
That's why,
but
that's
you know
why
what?
we're here.
You know what? I did notice watching the broadcast back. It half of it could be insulting, half of it to me is kind of like a compliment.
Yeah.
Liam and Gald were surprised when they saw the girls hit the triple. They were like, oh, big jump. And I don't even think they showed it on TV that 8 of the girls were doing that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even just the front runners. So like, it was kind of cool to see them be shocked by it, because obviously I'm a little shocked by it too.
Yeah.
So it was like, it seemed like they kind of earned a little bit more respect from the two. Not saying they don't respect them or anything, but like, we got to be a little bit clear here that like, obviously the first moto is not being shown, Like, I get it, time, and there's behind the scenes stuff. I completely am aware, but also I'm a female. I'm here to push WMX. I don't really give a shit about your feelings and your excuses at this point, which is harsh to some people, but go cry me a river. I don't give a shit.
But it's a full category that people want to see, and they're there to support it and buy bikes. So it's something that needs to be talked about. So so round 1, we ended up leaving Kitty 1, Kaylee 2nd, Destiny 3rd, correct? For our top 3 podium, or was Destiny not 3rd?
Destiny was 2.
Destiny was 2.
I do believe.
Oh my gosh.
Because I think Kaylee went. I think they tied for 2nd.
Oh yeah. So she did leave 2nd.
Yeah.
So it went Kitty, Destiny, and then Kaylee.
Yeah, because Kaylee got 3rd the second moto.
Oh, so sick. So right there is super tight off round 1.
Yeah, like what a great start. Seconds tied. First won her first race. Like, what a bunch of cool storylines.
Oh my gosh. And cool. Destiny, I don't even think got a top 5 before that.
No. Yeah.
So amazing finish.
Like, so young, 16 years old to come in, get a podium, like just ripping, like so cool.
And then so from that, then we headed into Cold Lake, which ended up, so round 1 for us was 2 12-minute motos plus 2 normal 2 moto format, and then round 2 was 1 20-minute moto worth half points.
Well, 1 moto points, yeah.
But a 20-minute moto. Yeah. Anyways, so we're at Cold Lake, new track, new track on the circuit. Overall, my thoughts were a bit Nanaimo like the dirt.
I've never been to Nanaimo, but from what I've heard,
yeah, a little bit rocky, a little bit silty in there, a little bit farm style dirt.
Did you get any roost bruises?
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah. Remember I showed you my leg being like the 250, like the men are.
Oh yeah.
The open class is gonna get destroyed.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I wasn't in crazy battle, and I'm roosted to shit.
Oh yeah.
Jumpy, like really cool jet. The cool thing was how the spectators could see everything.
The layout of that track is perfect.
Yeah, so smart,
good.
especially for and like it was cool like riding it because you still had like elevation gain corners, like some off cambery stuff. Like it flowed well.
Yeah. Well, there was like definitely mixed feelings about the track. I think that it definitely got a little goat traily, like a little like single
for
file.
sure. Yeah, 100%.
But like for a first national, I would give them the 6S.
Yeah.
And then for like also being very last minute of like we just need another round out west, you know, like for what they were given and blah blah blah.
That's very kind.
Yeah, I think
feel
it
like
is pretty kind.
you're being the most positive out of the two because I would say it's a fucking national. Like I want a track that dads aren't watering the track Saturday night.
Yeah,
but
I couldn't agree with that more.
But but you know what? It was nice.
Like the thing is like. We're at the point now where
I
it's
know
like,
it was good. It was good. Everything's great. I love it. It's fine.
We can't bullshit the people though. It was good that you said that because I kind of am bullshitting. Like I'm trying to find a positive,
but we are trying to find positives.
Trying to find a
positives in everything.
I would say that is the positive. There was little time, but we are at a fucking Canadian national and seeing these dads out there. I did post this on Spec. 50% of me was like, this is very cool community, like
super
moto.
Cool.
This
cool
is Canada. This is
together.
great. Love these dads for doing this. 2, on the other hand, this is a fucking Canadian national. Yeah. These dads shouldn't be out here. And like you can say whatever story you want that's like,
it could be whatever.
They just wanted extra help.
They barged in.
Illegally. Or whatever. Or
jail.
Or the guys were coming back to groom the track. I heard a couple times and stuff. And it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
They shouldn't even be allowed to do that at a national. Like that's realistically should be. Jail. We're getting real spicy here, but like nobody's listening to this. Like them.
Everyone's listening to this.
You're right. Sorry.
But don't on my end, like I would be excited to go east because I've never went east and like go to Gopher Dunes that I know is going to be like a pro national setup.
That's the thing. When you have races like Gopher or Sandalee or Riverglade or Walton to compare that to, it's like
these are businesses. These are tracks that want to do.
Even Calgary. Like you could even argue that. Like those 2 West races, all of the riders that are like at a high level are pretty pissed about them. Everybody's very excited to head east. And everybody's senses is like, that was bullshit. Unfortunately, I think the answer is, well, then we're not going west, which is also kind of bullshit. But like,
it's got to happen.
It's up to the national series to come up with a solution for this. It's like, it's not an unsolvable problem. Yeah. But there's definitely steps that need to be taken that maybe it doesn't happen overnight, but it could happen in the future. But no steps are being taken that in 5 years we have something. In 10 years we have something. It's like everybody's thinking about tomorrow. Nobody's thinking about next year.
For sure. And it seems like there might be like a new track in BC because I would personally...
But even that sounds crazy. This track is never... Like, I can't wait. Very excited. Yeah. But like... We're building this track, and probably the first or second race they're ever going to have is going to be a national. Yeah. That's insane.
I just would like to see it where it's like each province is represented correctly, but I know.
That would be cool. It would be cool.
It is what it is.
We
Either
can
way,
sit here
I had
forever.
a great time.
Yeah, exactly.
I did have a great time.
Exactly.
I love racing both tracks. It's a huge experience to be able to race a track like that because you're going to try stuff that you'll never try on a regular practice day.
And everybody's riding the same track. Everybody's 100%. Experiencing the same sign up, the same riders meeting or no riders meeting, the same everything. So it's like, it's dirt bikes. And as much as I like run my mouth and stuff and like some people think it's bad and whatever, at the end of the day, I'm fucking showing up. I'm paying thousands of dollars to fly across this country to be at these races.
Because we love it.
And the only reaing why I'm kind of shitting on it a little bit is like, I know it can be better.
No shitting on it. That was very
the track
positive.
was shit.
Yeah, but that was positive. Everything was positive. We were just giving it a little tidbit.
Yeah, it's like, it's and you know not the only one that's saying it. Fucking Phil's on Paul Max.
You know the best part though?
What?
Is hanging out at the races and like hanging out with all the homies.
Wait, let's talk about the drive.
Which one?
Let's talk about
To Cold Lake.
Charlie's experience on the drive.
Oh, geez.
Let's talk about that.
So Jess, me, and Charlie drove to Cold Lake. Jess and I were talking a lot.
It was a 6-hour drive.
Yeah.
We talked for probably 6.5 hours.
Yeah. We didn't stop.
I definitely didn't
Maybe
stop.
got a little bit passionate during some of our conversations.
A little passionate. You're
It
right.
got to the point that Charlie was driving and literally went and like not aggressively, but like crazily grabbed the volume knob, like as if he was listening to the podcast, and turned us down. He tried to literally physically turn us down in person.
He reached, like I was in the back seat in the middle, leaning forward in his ear, and I watched him go for the volume.
But he literally grabbed his head and go, "Oh my God, this is in here. I thought I could turn you guys down. You're making me crazy."
And then proceeded for the next like 30 minutes to put one finger on his ear to like block out the
We pretty much could have had a 6-hour pod on the drive there.
We could
But
have.
yeah, just hanging out with people. That's the best part. Going to the races.
So fun.
Hanging out with all, like at one point we had the whole WMX class in my trailer.
There was I was telling somebody about that, and I was saying I think there was 9 of us in that
in a
trailer.
tiny small trailer.
Yeah.
Everyone was just chilling.
Yeah, like all competitors. Like
Yeah.
you're all racing each other, and we're all just hanging out,
We
chatting
had,
about
what?
fucking
Annie,
Kombucha.
Taya,
Destiny, Kaylee, Brooke, Charlie,
Kitty.
me, you, Kitty,
yeah.
all of us in there. And it was like my
Yeah, you said
biggest
Brooke too,
regret
yeah.
of the weekend was not getting a selfie in that situation.
Yeah, we should have got a selfie.
Should have got that was like a
Next
cool
time.
moment thinking about it. And they might not realize how cool that is because they're so young and like they're just cool kids, you know.
Dude,
but
that's
like
so sick.
that is such a cool moment that it's like this is what we do.
Especially
it for.
when it's like we're competitive, we're all competitive. Everyone's going out there because they want to win. Like they're all gonna be feisty, but like how rad is that to like have a group of females that like aren't trying to break each other down? Like it's like, hey, like we're here because we're a bunch of homies and we love moto. Like we're gonna have fun hanging out too.
Yeah, that's literally one of the biggest storylines in like men's Canadian moto right now. Is like the big joke is that Dylan and Jess are friends now.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like that's not really a joke in women's moto because it's like they are all friends.
Yeah.
Like everybody's
For sure.
friends. Like it's
and like
very
at the
cool.
end of the day at moto, like at the track, like that is what it is.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very cool. That was
That
like
was such
cool
a vibe.
moment. Yeah.
I stayed up late just to do that multiple times. 11 p.m. Oof.
At one point, I was laying on your bed to block you from going to sleep, and I just kept talking.
I don't even remember what happened. I think I just started getting in pajamas and I was like, I am going to bed now.
I was like, no, I'm not moving.
Like, we're not. It was just so much fun just hanging out.
That was really
chilling.
fun. That was
Yeah.
sick. I love that. That's why I like always go back and forth. Like it is so nice flying in, renting a car, staying in a hotel.
Yeah.
But it's just there's nothing like actually staying at the
Just
track.
being
So, like,
at the track, hearing
somebody's like,
everything
I'm
going.
buying a truck and trailer. I'm just driving it all, but I
Oh,
just
yeah,
don't
just-
have time.
just
but,
a big SpecMoto van at some
oh,
point.
it'd be so sick.
Well, and then leaving Cold Lake, we also got to send some healing vibes out to our little surf and Berms
yeah.
homie Reese Lawson.
yeah, that's a nasty
That's
one.
our dog, and
That's
she's
our
just
dog.
in good spirits.
Dude, she is
A freaking legend.
just a tank. Like
Yeah.
what a legend. Like
Yeah.
she's just just seeing her so like chill and like whatever. It's
Ugh.
like, are you sure you're really this hurt? And she's
Yeah.
like, nah, I'm chill. Like it's cool.
So I can't wait till she's back with us at Berms and stuff. So it'll be
Yeah.
a bit on a healing vibe, but
Yeah, for sure.
obviously sending out all the good stuff to her.
Yeah. She's tough. She's healing fast, I think. Faster
Yeah.
than expected. So that's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
100%.
Yeah, that's sweet. Should we tell the story of going to visit her?
Oh my gosh.
We saved a baby.
We did save a baby.
Is that
They don't
appropriate?
even. I don't even think they know, like anyone
Oh, the
listening to this would
Lawsons
know.
don't even know yet.
Nobody
Oh,
knows.
Harley, here's your hot tip. Here's what happened when we left that room.
So we went to visit Reese in the Children's Hospital in Calgary. She's doing great. Freaking legend.
Yeah.
Just awesome. And then hospitals. What a wild place.
What a wild place. And it's a children's hospital, so
Like-
neither of us have ever been there.
We need a map. Like
Yeah,
this is
why
like,
isn't there a map?
every time I'm in a hospital, I'm lost.
They're so confusing.
Are they meant to be trapped?
Maybe so you can't escape.
Well, we did not get.
We didn't escape. We took the long
Harley
way.
said, "Do you want me to show you out?" And we said, "No." Are you
And
gonna
she
get
said-
lost?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. We got way more lost than we thought
so
of.
much more lost than I expected.
So we get out of the hospital. Well, we get out of the floor. We're down. We're in the main floor. We're like perfect. We're almost to the
we
parkade.
felt like we were on the right track.
But you know what? We wanted to confirm with a nurse. So we
Yep.
said, "Is this the
Excuse
way
me?
to the parkade?"
And she said, "Visitor?" And we said, yes. She said, parkade, and pointed. And I said, okay,
Cool.
But I knew. I made eye contact with that woman.
And she just inside her soul, she said.
I knew in her soul she was setting us up for failure.
Yeah, she said they're screwed.
As we pushed the door open, I looked back and she dipped into a side door that you needed a key to get in so fast. And I was like, I know it. I should go with my gut. Don't go out this door. This is not the right door. But I went against my gut.
And we went outside.
Dude,
we're on the other side of a hospital. A hospital is huge. It's like
massive.
Bigger than a mall.
Oh my God, so much bigger.
Oh my God.
We were diagonally across the hospital from where the parkade was. And because we went out this door, which was a staff door, we couldn't go back in it.
We can't get in.
So we now have only one choice. We need to walk around the entire building.
Yep.
So
we had to jump a fence.
We jumped a fence. We had to start our trek.
There was somebody on a scooter. We were like, no wonder you needed an e-scooter to get around this thing. We're texting Harley that she can pretty much see us from the top of the hospital.
Yeah, we're asking which window she's at because we're walking around the whole thing. At some point, we're going to see them
coming.
Yeah. Oh, we just made it in the nick of time to not get rained on.
When we got in the car, it started raining.
Yeah.
Anyways, that added probably like another 18 minutes to finding the car.
At least.
We almost went over on our paid time.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, we got a ticket just for walking around the whole building. So finally, we saw it all. They had lots of stuff: basketball nets, soccer field.
It was a beautiful spot.
Yeah, great. They did a good job.
Weird. So then finally, after this long, drawn out walk, we finally get to the parkade, and we are
elated,
celebrating,
joyful,
happiest,
pleasantly surprised.
2 peas in a pod.
Couldn't be happier.
We are just walking in like we
strutting. We crush it. We were success.
Yeah, independent.
Told you, Harley, we could figure this out.
And as we walk in, okay, let's set the scene.
So it's like a parkade, right? So when you walk in, there's usually that front entry where you pay.
Yeah.
And there's it's like a foyer.
Yeah.
That's not really what you call it, but where the elevators are.
Yeah. And
but it's
doors
separated
to get in and out of
Yeah, separated from the parkade. You got to go through 2 doors kind of thing to get into it.
But a weird addition to this area is where the doors open there is a guardrail on either side of the door, not to the wall, but out.
Yeah, just 2 guardrails sticking out of the wall.
90 degrees off the wall.
In the middle of a hallway kind of thing. If you were just looking at them.
So we're just walking elated to the door.
Yeah,
and there's a little baby. This cute little munchkin.
So cute. 1.5 years old.
Very young.
Barely could walk.
Yeah.
Definitely probably can't talk.
Hanging on this little rail.
Yeah. Mom and dad paying for parking, facing the parkade thing.
And Jess and I are going to go to the right door so we don't squish this baby.
Yeah,
obviously.
just kind of smiled at the baby
hey.
Cute, hey.
And as we get closer to the door, these automatic doors.
Just absolutely.
They rocket out.
Rocket.
I've never seen a door open faster in my life.
I've never flung doors open harder than this.
Double French doors.
Full whoople.
The baby
is now about to be stuck.
The baby is going to get cheese grated in this.
Just stuck, smushed between the door and the rail. Jess and I didn't even say
anything to each other. We both just went, oh!
We both just full action.
Full action.
Danika just manhandled the door, just grabbed the door with 2 hands.
White knuckle gripping it.
Full her whole body was holding
this bitch was still trying to open. I was holding this thing so hard. I was shaking.
Holy crap.
And then Jess sprints right to the baby. We didn't even
talk. We both found our assignments.
This was surf and Berms. This was Berms crew jumping to
in action.
And then this baby literally just saw us go, oh. And
she just quivered and got smaller, and I just was like, come here, come closer. And she just shimmied between the door that Danika's just white knuckle gripping.
Dude, she almost got crushed.
She
then admit to the hospital because she was about to get squished.
It would have been traumatic. It was traumatic.
It was traumatic.
But it would have been so traumatic if that door crushed her.
We saved the baby.
Without a doubt, we saved this baby. But that's not how it was seen.
I think the parents thought that we slammed a button to squish their baby.
That is exactly what the parents thought. I wish that one day we could cross paths with those parents again. Because in this, our adrenaline went to 1,000.
When they left, they probably figured out it was an automatic door.
I sure as fuck hope so, because we did not get the recognition we deserved.
I was like, oh my God, because everyone's a little shook. Like we were screaming and grabbing babies.
so you can imagine our the sounds that were coming out of us during
there's a lot happening. So then I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like I'm apologizing for the situation, not for almost squishing the baby.
They took it as we almost killed their baby. And they said to us, it's okay.
It's okay.
But it all happened so fast that we didn't even stop.
We just handed off the baby and then we just walked through the doors.
we were still in motion. Like at no point did we stop. We were like, did she say it's okay? Like we did something wrong?
And on the door it says, parents, watch your child or something. Dude, we were screaming.
We screamed all the way back to the car now at this point because we were just hyped up on adrenaline because it was like
we saved the baby, but then maybe got blamed for
but then these parents think
and touching a baby.
That was insane. That was like they definitely thought we went and hit like the wheelchair thing and just went to crush them. But it was genuine. We just like stepped towards the door and they just went, whoa.
It was the fastest door I've ever seen in my life.
Why?
So if you ever
go to the Calgary Children's Hospital,
watch those doors.
And if you do,
they're swinging.
If you ever see those doors, Harley, if you're there and you go tomorrow,
stand behind them. No, don't stand behind them.
Tell your mom
get
to stand by that rail and you walk up to those doors and see if you can save her in time.
Maybe it would have maxed out and she wouldn't have been squished.
Listen, this is what the Lawsons have to do.
She would have been squished.
BJ, stand by the rail.
Yeah.
Harley and Candace need to walk towards the door.
Yeah.
And watch that. Imagine all they do this.
No, BJ's going to get squished.
No.
We'll just have to test it without them.
No, with BJ.
He's going to get squished.
He's going to get squished. If we're not there to save, squished.
But it was crazy.
That was crazy.
Yeah. It's been just a wild, wild time.
That's probably a quarter of the wildness that's happened.
Yeah, I feel like there's so many things that I got to remember to mention, but.
No, we could do it on the next one.
Yeah.
And the next one will be after probably a little bit of the West.
Yeah, we're happy to catch you guys up, though.
Yep. And don't forget to slide into Danika's DMs and tell her she has to come to East.
Yeah.
Race the whole East series.
Maybe, what is it, a tiny potato? A spectator?
You're going to be a spectator?
A spectator.
You should be a racer at Walton.
Maybe.
You're like, no, that's not
that'd be sick. I love going to races. I love that. I love having fun. But we'll see. Maybe a fly out.
My flight for Walton. You know what? I'm not booking my flight for Walton. We're
just
driving.
Just in case we're driving 40 hours and Charlie can turn us down.
Imagine. I'm just going to run that by Charlie. Hey, Charlie, do you want to drive 40 hours with me?
He'll probably have forgotten what happened this last trip. So.
Truck broke.
Yeah. We don't have a truck anymore.
We don't have
we can't pull this.
No.
Well, that's kind of it. We wrap this up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks to our listeners again. Like whatever, we love you guys sliding into our DMs, asking us questions, sending us hot tips. Yeah, telling us how amazing we did saving that baby. Like we love it all.
I need a little praise for that. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll make sure.
Especially because like if the mom's listening. Imagine they're just like diehard mode.
If you do, we understood.
No, we didn't. We didn't. We saved your baby. Like what the fuck?
You're gonna have to name it Jessica now. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's a year and a half old. It's got to change its name to Jess. Yeah. Oh. No, we can't hang up yet. We got a great thing happening next week.
Oh, we got fun times.
This week? Next week.
Next week.
A couple days from now.
A couple days from now.
July 2nd.
Yeah. Can you tell we're mismatching the dates here?
Just a couple days.
Yeah.
July 2nd, we got Surf and Berms Pump Track Group Ride.
Ooh.
Ladies and girls, come on out.
And there will be snacks.
Of course there'll be snacks.
Yep. Snacks? I'm here for it.
What do we think? Like 6 to 7:30 we'll be there, or 6 to 8? Probably 6 to 7:30, and then we'll just stay that extra little half an hour.
We'll chill.
A little tidbit.
We're not going to be in any rush to be leaving. We're going to be having so much fun.
We'll for sure be there at 6.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll be there at 6.
And this week, Stampede starts. So, Yahoo! So what are we going to do for the theme for this July 2nd Ladies and Girls Pump Track Group Ride?
Denim.
We want to see those Stampede fits.
Cowboy up.
Cowboy fungus.
Do you think anybody has a cowboy hat helmet? You know they exist, right?
Oh, geez.
I think.
Like for
bicycle?
bull riders?
What?
Like for like a bull rider?
I think. But I think like they make, I don't know what I'm saying. They make cowboy hard hats for like working.
Nice.
So maybe you could just wear that bicycle in.
Let's
shelf that.
Let's
move on to the next
Let's
thing.
wear the helmet. But best outfit's got to win something.
Ooh,
Even
something
if
cool.
I don't know.
Ooh,
Maybe just the praise from us that we didn't get from saving a baby.
you know what? Worth it.
Yeah.
If
So
only.
we want to see those cowboy fungus outfits. We want you to be just like whatever you want. Stampede,
Tassels, denim, cowboy hats, cowboy boots,
sequins,
like those bow tie things,
leather jackets with
Ooh,
fringe.
fringe, all the fringe,
All the fringe. And if you don't, that's totally fine.
No, it's not. No, you had it.
We're gonna forget. We're gonna be. Everyone's gonna show up in cowboy attire.
And we're gonna be like, oh shit.
Yeah, because so July 2nd, then the next day in Calgary, the WCAN starts, so the Western Canadian Amateur Nationals. So people are going to be coming into town like, boys, obviously you can come out. Dudes, come hang. But like, we're going to be pumping those ladies and girls up at the pump track.
Yeah,
we're going to
be a
be slapping high
supportive
fives.
man.
Yeah, oh, sure. So yeah, everyone's welcome. Come on
That was
out.
a little aggressive.
And
I'm
we'll
sorry.
be at Inglewood Pump Track, which is only 10 minutes away from the track.
Ooh.
Yeah, right off Blackfoot Trail,
You
Calgary,
can probably just
Alberta.
e-bike from the track, no? That seems dangerous. Yeah, you're
Seems
right.
like a long
Take
time.
it back.
Yeah,
10 minutes?
like drive.
It
It'll probably be like over an hour pedal.
Oh, that's too far. Don't
And you're
do
going to be
that.
on like a pump track bike or scooter. All wheels welcome.
Scooters?
Bicycles, scooters, skateboards.
One wheels.
Sure. I almost had on one yesterday on the mountain bike. A one wheel on the single track.
Like on your bicycle?
Yeah.
Did he have a helmet on?
Full face.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Hardcore.
That's so weird.
H-core.
That's funny.
Yeah. Is there
That's
anything
insane.
else that we missed? I think that was just our little event.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's it. That's all, baby.
Yeah, we'll see you at the races coming up, and
Thanks to our listeners. And most importantly,
thank you.
thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
What's that thing?